In this video, we're going to cover some of the new features here in EasyStone Beta Release 11. Pretty excited about how this new version works, and I do want to point out a few things before we get started. We do allow you to have both Beta Release 10 and 11 installed simultaneously because we did change the interface pretty significantly between the two versions. So if you come to the toolbar and open up EasyStone right now, it's going to open up Beta 10 for you. So just know that if we want to open Beta 11, you need to go into your macro manager and open up Beta 11 through your macro manager. So you can see here, it'll actually say EasyStone version 3 Beta 11 B11, and you'll go ahead and open it up that way. Now, if you don't have your macro manager open, you can use the keyboard shortcut of Alt Shift F11, or you can come to your Tools menu, choosing Macros, and open up your macro manager that way as well. All right. So of course you'll see that the Beta Release 11 interface is a little bit bigger, has quite a few more buttons on it, but one of the things that is really nice is when you hover over a particular button, it will actually tell you all of the different options available to it. So for example, I'll come to the Stone Fill tab and hover over one of these offset buttons, and you'll see that if I click on the up button, it'll offset up. If I hold down my Alt key, it'll nudge up. And if I hold down Alt and Control, then it'll nudge up half the offset distance. So all of the different options here you can see here, if I create an island fill to the inside by clicking on this button, or if I right click, I can create an island fill to the outside. So all these buttons have all the different options available to you as I hover over it. Now this S button is quite a full-featured button because it does things when we have two objects selected, if we have a curve selected, if we right click, if we shift click. So it has lots of different options. But let me show you one of the options here on the new S button that I really am excited about. If I come in and select a stone and I mark it, I hit this target, and then I can come in here and select my design. When I hit select, my S button, it's going to select by fill. You see that there? So I don't have to come over to my selections tab at all anymore if I don't want to. If I were to take one of these red stones, I'm just going to copy it and change it to an SS16. If I mark a red stone, I then right click on S, then it's going to pick up, notice it didn't pick up that red stone because it's only going to pick up by size and by color of what I marked. So for example, I could mark both red and green. We'll go ahead and target those two colors. And then when I right click, you could see it would pick up red and green, but it would leave my SS16 red because I said, no, only pick up the stones that match the size and color. But if I mark both red and green, and then I left click on S, now you can see it did pick up the SS16 because I didn't say filter by size. I just said filter by color. So now pretty much anytime you need to make a selection of a certain stone color or a certain stone size, we can access just these two buttons right here. We don't really need to come over to our selections tab and choose all of these options because we have all those options already available. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's just a new addition that will make it a lot easier to work with as well. We can now add stones. You can see here we can add stones. If we right click on AS, we can drop stone. And you can see it actually turns pink. And so when we hit the escape key, then it will not turn pink, and that's how we exit out of drop stone. So now we don't even need to come to the stone tab to add stones. No matter what tab we might be on over here, we can just click add stones right here and add whatever stones we need. We can break stones and clear stones right here. So break stones is left click, clear stones is right click. We have our draw line function. We can open up our font manager directly from the main form. We don't have to switch over to the fonts tab in order to open up our font manager, which again is just a nice little addition. We can break at nodes by left click, and we can right click to join selected paths, or we can shift click to close an open path. So all of these things have been added in a way to just make our work easier here inside EasyStone. So feel free to explore. Also, if you don't already know, by clicking on the web button, it will take you to our website. So here's take you directly to the website. Or if you right click on web, it will take you right over to our YouTube channel with all of our EasyStone video tutorials on how to use the program. So all that's built right into the software there just by right clicking, pops you right over to YouTube. All right, so anyhow, that should get you started. Otherwise, everything else pretty much works functionally pretty much the same way. We will have an upcoming release of Beta 12, I would say within the next week or so. We have to fine-tune a couple of things yet here, but this will get you a long way down the road. I should point out too that now you can see we have these two buttons. If I click on this button, it will allow us to define our stone sizes. And of course, when we click on this button, it'll allow us to define our stone spacing. So I want to point those two options out because those are something new as well. All right. So enjoy the new beta release 11, experiment a little bit. If you do run into any issues that are repeatable, definitely let us know so we can get those issues fixed. And thanks for watching.